Hello everyone, Happy New Year's. We are going to get some higher self guidance since it is the new year. Let's get some higher self guidance, get some messages from our higher selves about this new year, what's to come, where to guide us, just some information you may need to hear. Let's just see what our higher self has to say. So really try to connect in with your higher self and ask anything that is needed to come through comes through for us. All right, we have fear coming out, and I don't know those who watched our Deep and Dangerous. Sorry, I lit the candle and some black got on me. I don't know those who have watched it's the Deep and Dangerous messages. We had fear come out as well. So if you are somebody who needs to hear some stuff about that, go to Deep and Dangerous as well. We also have resilience on the bottom, and I love that that card is coming out next to fear. All right, and then we have guardians coming out. All right, we have illumination. We have discipline. And we have focus. All right, I always associate that discipline card with like the card that comes after, but I was really feeling focus, like disciplining yourself to get somewhere. Okay, so with this resilience coming out, you are very, very, very strong. Anything that is thrown at you, it's like you take it, you handle it, you move on, and you kind of just expect like this is gonna be thrown at you. This is like things are just thrown at you, okay? And it's like you kind of just handle them as they're being thrown at you. You're very resilient, like things that are just coming to you. It's just like you handle them. You have some guardians on your side, okay? So you're asking for something. You are asking for this change. You are asking for, I feel like this new beginning. Sorry if you hear my neighbors upstairs. They are always so loud. You are asking for this big change. You are asking for this new beginning. And for some of you, I feel like this is around like a workplace or around like a business, because we have discipline and focus coming out, fear. You have a really big idea on moving to something else, or you want to get somewhere else. Like maybe you're trying to move, maybe you're trying to buy a bigger house, maybe there is a objective that you are trying to get to, right? And really focus on that goal. Focus on what the goal is, and there's some things that you need to discipline yourself about, okay? I feel like you are asking for this change, but it's like, how much are you willing to give to get this change? Like, you need to also put in this effort to get this change. And though you're resilient, because we see resilience coming out, I feel like when things hit you or whatever, sometimes it knocks you down. Not in a bad way, because you get up and keep going, right? Because that's what resilient is we continue to handle the situation. And it's just, I feel like sometimes you might get in your head, or you're like, I just feel like this is an example, however this aligns with you, but I feel like you could be focusing on this, but you're focusing on something else, if that makes sense. If you are trying to get somewhere, but you're like really preoccupied in something else, and then you might be somebody that's like, well, I have so many different things to do. Like, if I don't do them, they don't get done. If I don't do this, that's fine. Then you need to focus on yourself sometimes. And I feel like that's some discipline that you need to learn, is focus on yourself, discipline yourself to get to your big goal, because you have a big pack behind you, okay? You have a big pack behind you of loved ones, of guardians, or who are trying to guide you. They're trying to be like, yep, this is the way to go. This is where you need to end up. It's just like they can't do all the work for you. And I feel like there's a spot of like where you need to have that discipline. You need to focus on like your main goal. And once you discipline yourself, like once you're like, no, I feel like if you're trying to move up in a career or something like that, or maybe you're trying to go down a new like path, right? And you're somebody who were to do stuff on the weekends, as far as I feel like maybe you go out or something like that, and you're really trying to get somewhere else. Spend that time learning. Spend that time really investing yourself into what your goal is. I feel like there's like time where you do have free time, okay? And of course we all want our free time, but I feel like you need to be disciplined and you need to focus on the bigger goal, because you have so many people standing behind you, so many loved ones, angels, spirits, like your guides, like everybody standing behind you, and they're like, yep, it's gonna happen, like we're behind you and we're gonna make it happen. We are going to protect you. Whatever life throws at you, we are guarding you from it, okay? And I definitely can see that there has been some things that you've gone through. This is like, I feel like a fear of something going wrong, or here's your goal, okay? And you have a fear of not meeting this goal. And that's where fear is coming out. It's like you have a fear of this not working out for you, or you have a fear of like things just like not working, because we have resilience. Like you have a fear of there's things like not working out for you, because that's what happens. I just feel like that's what happens. And for you, it's like, no, I promise you it's gonna work. Please discipline, please get focused. Yeah. You put some restrictions on yourself. Sometimes you feel trapped. Sometimes you feel like you like you can't go anywhere. And I don't feel like it's in a negative way, like, because I definitely see that like you're very resilient, right? Like you're very resilient. I can see that. I can see that you have like whatever is thrown at you, like you kind of like play it off, or like you push it off, or like if some task is thrown at you, you have to figure it out. If something needs done, or if you need to pick up slack somewhere else, like you figure it out. But like it gets hard on you, and I feel like within this new year, your higher self's like really telling you like you're about to cut these like traps that you have for yourself. Like you restrict yourself, like you hold yourself back, because we also have the Hangman, we have ending. So we have Hangman, we're moving, so we're putting an ending to this. Whatever your negative energy is, whatever that is where you're trying to get to this goal, we're going to put an ending to whatever it is that's holding us back, because we were stuck in a position, but we're about to have success and magic. Like we have two good cards to clarify the Hangman and the ending. It's like, no, we're going to have a good outcome. It's just, and you might already be in this position, or this could be something coming up for you. I feel like for you, it's like you could be in a position right now where you are currently in this spot of feeling trapped, or you could have just cut those ties, okay? And as soon as you cut these ties, like you become so confident. I feel like success flows in a little bit easier, because it's like you don't have this worry. You're in a state right now of like worry, not feeling completely okay. And sometimes when you're in situations or around people that are like negative or toxic to you, that plays out in your energy, right? And that can leave you stuck. And whatever that was, we are no longer in that energy. We're moving on. We're about to have this magic. You have some magic coming in for you. Let's pull some fortune cards, and let's just get a couple fortune and just see what they have to say. Your higher self really wants to talk about cutting that tie that holds you back. There's a big fear of not getting somewhere. You have a fear of something. If this is like where you want to move, I feel like it's like a completely new beginning, or like a new start to something, right? And you have a fear of like the overall goal, or maybe it just like doesn't work out for you, and that's why you're very resilient, but it's like sometimes you don't. You have mountains ahead of you, and it's hard for you to think about surpassing them, okay? Sometimes we look at, we want to be over here, but there's 3 mountains on our way, and I feel like you're like close to the end of your 3 mountains, or you're like right here. Like you don't, so for some of you guys could be just starting, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's more like you're kind of coming towards the end, okay? We're cutting these ties, and we have Dragonfly, have confidence during this time, great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. You need to be confident, okay? I feel like that too will also help you as far as like where you're going, or help you get across these mountains, because I definitely can see, and that's like whatever's ahead of you, you have a fear to get to your goal because you feel like it's not going to happen, but you are very resilient, and your higher self's like, please continue to keep going, because everybody's standing behind you. We all are trying to get you to be confident. Yes, we have key. You hold the key to your happiness. You just need to keep going. New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those who are ready to let go of the past. For some of you, I feel like there is a connection to something because we have restrictions and like endings. So there's a connection to something that's like currently in your life or was just in your life. And it's like around, like something negative, and this could be like a person or a situation, and it's like you need to snip that out. Or maybe that's a part of your mountains where it's like there could be people or situations that are like coming ahead of you, and it's like your test to keep going. Like you are ready for this new beginning, and you just need to show it to yourself, prove it to yourself, like, yes, I'm ready. No matter what life throws at me, I'm gonna. And maybe too, that's your higher self saying, whatever life throws at you, start being more resilient. Like you need to get knocked down and stand right back up. You need to remember that you can cut these ties, or you have, like, it's like you hold the key and the door's right there. You can walk to it, or you can wait. Like it's up to you, okay? And it's like your higher self's like, please just walk towards the door. We're standing here with you. We're trying to get you there. We're trying to guide you. All right. Yes. I actively hold true to my values. I have all I wish for in my relationships. I am inspired to follow my passion. Oh, wow. We have the Tower. I surrender, knowing how to go forward. Oh, and then I was only going to pull one. I release myself from self-inflicted binds. I am young and I choose to feel. Okay. I was going to say I'm feeling this a lot. I want to bring this message out because I'm definitely feeling a message where this is just like, I feel like it could go with this, or it's just like a separate thing. Those who are leaving a relationship, whether this be friends, and I feel like this is more like there was a toxic situation, there's a toxic something in your life, okay? But you had a bind to it. There's something like that, because I can see that coming through here is like, you want good relationships, okay? There is something that you want in life. Like you value things, and I feel like this is where you value, like the kindness, you value the love, you value like the importance of communication or affection. Like you value that, okay? That's what you value. And there could be somebody or a situation in your life where it's like they kind of hinder that, or they make you feel wrong for that. Like there is something like that, because you need to know that it's okay to feel the way that you do, okay? You need to release yourself from any of those toxic situations. If you are feeling a certain way and somebody's telling you you can't feel that way, or if you're trying to think of something, I just feel like there's a situation or a person in your life, and this could be, whether it be relationship, this could be family member, but there's somebody or something in your life where it's like you are being told on how you feel, and this would be more on emotion wise, where it's like somebody's hindering your feelings, or somebody is telling you, like, not validating your feelings. And it's okay if they don't agree 100%, right? Like you can be like, well, I didn't mean it that way, but it's like more like, no, you're not allowed to feel that way. That's the type of energy I'm getting, because you need to hold true to yourself. You are a very pure, emotional, loving being, and you can feel emotions. You need to be okay to feel emotions. And when you're young and a child, right, we feel these emotions. We feel like happiness, love, like we are very pure and in this spot. And that's where you lie. Like that, you don't have any back and forth. You lie in that purity of energy, okay? And you need to stay there. Don't let somebody knock you off of that and be like, no, you're not allowed to feel that way. Or if you're somebody, like for me, anytime I see like homeless people or animals, like I always want to help, right? Like that's just who I am, and it could annoy some people, but I don't care. That's who I am, and I will never let anybody change my mind about that, because I don't know their situation. Maybe some people lie, whatever it may be, I don't care. But there are some people who don't lie, and how do you pick out the differences, right? My heart is just too nice to just, it really bothers me when I see it. It like makes me very emotional when I see homeless animals, or if I whatever, like if I see a stray dog, like I always try to help it. I will always try to, like, you know, get it to come with me, and I'll try to find the owners, or I'll try to figure out the situation. Like I can't do that, especially like when I see kids without homes too. Like I can't handle it. It makes me so emotional. And sometimes like people are like, well, they did it to themselves. I don't care the situation. Sometimes like that may be the case, but you never know a person's you know, story, and I don't want to be the person to judge. And so it's always super hard. And I feel like for you, that's like a kind of a situation. There's something that you value, there's something that matters to you, and you're like so pure, and your higher self's like, don't lose that purity, okay? Follow what you truly want. And it's like you are finally, like, you figure out like where you want to go or how you're gonna get there, okay? I see that you're finally just like taking that like jump, or taking that, I don't know, I feel like you're cutting something out, because we have that you there's something here that's trying to take you away from your purity, and it's like shocking to you that like this is gonna leave. Like you wouldn't have thought that this isn't gonna leave, and it's you're I don't know, it's like you're standing true to yourself, and whatever that means is like, I feel like a situation or a person, it's like cutting out or leaving. And we have the Ace of Swords, which we have the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. I am ready for the breakthrough to success. And we have right here, you need to cut a bind to get to your success. And you could have already, oh my gosh, and we have the Magician right here. You could have already cut these binds, and that's why like you're kind of in this like fear mode. Or you could be about to cut these binds, and that's why it's like your higher self's like trying to bring out, like, it's going to be different. It's going to be like shocking to you, because like you're going to worry like this person or this situation could like help you in some way, like if you're in a romance with them, or I'm not sure, like maybe this is like a job, something like that, where it's like you're cutting ties or something, and it's like you're worried about those ties because you have a bigger image, or maybe you are trying to go to a different job or something, or it's like could be around that, and it's like you had your idea set on this job, but it's like not working because there's something bigger for you, I guess. I feel like it's like there's something more set for you, but you might be on this one path, but it's like, no, there's this better path for you, and you just need to realize that. Also, we have the Ace of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Magician again. So we have the Magician coming out. You have everything that you need to be successful in whatever this is that you want to go. If you feel like you aren't everything and more to whatever this is, like you feel like you're insecure to whatever this is, to cutting ties, why ever you feel insecure to cutting ties to this, you have everything you need and more. You don't need to rely on this tie that you have to whatever. You are a beautiful being. The universe, your guardians, your angels, God, like they are all protecting you, okay? It's like everybody stands behind you and they're like, come on, let's go. And your higher self really wants to initiate that, like you have an army behind you, like not just a person, an army behind you to get you to this magical place that you're trying to go, this bigger goal. Focus yourself and discipline yourself and continue to keep going. And you might have like these ideas, like write them down, whatever it is. You have a bigger idea, a bigger picture, and your higher self is like, please listen to me and continue to keep going. Discipline and focus and continue to go, and it'll be there. Like you're gonna have what you've been asking for. So I hope everybody enjoyed their higher self guidance messages.